Hey guys, so I've noticed from people turning in the Unit 4 lab, there's some issues with the first two questions, picking out what the possible precipitates might be. So I'm going to do one of them with you. I would encourage you to then do your own stuff separately, but you can use this one. You'll still have to do this on your own 3 other times. So let me share something with you. All right, so the questions that I'm referencing here are the ones where it says list at least 2 chemical reactions that resulted in a yellow, orange, or red precipitate. For these reactions, list the possible chemical name of the precipitate. What do these reactions and the others similar to them have in common? So I've been having people correctly identify things that made a yellow, red, or orange precipitate. It's the second and third part that I haven't necessarily seen done correctly. So for example, the first time I saw yellow was with, move that down so you can actually see it, barium chloride and sodium chromate. Okay, so easy way to do this, and this is fine for this lab. When I recorded the video, I actually made it a little bit tougher. But these are all ionic bonds. So we have our metals, the barium and the sodium. We have our chloride and the chromate as our nonmetals. So really, you just have to switch these two. All right? So you're going to have sodium chloride and barium chromate. All right, so what that takes care of, these are the possible precipitates for this reaction. Not both of them are. And that's what the second question is trying to get you towards. So this takes care of, for these reactions, list the possible chemical name of the precipitate. This is the chemical name of the precipitate. The next part, what do these reactions and the others similar to them have in common? This is why you need to do at least 2, and if you don't find a pattern after 2, keep doing this until you figure out which one of these 2 would actually be the precipitate, because there's going to be a pattern to what makes them precipitates, right? So if you don't see a pattern after doing 2 of them, do 3, do 4, right? It should be very obvious as far as as you make these possible combinations, what's repeating over and over and over. Okay? For some extra credit, because this is the way I described it in the video, and I know some people have at least one student so far who's gone to that length, is instead of doing the formulas, or in addition to writing the names, you can also do the formulas. So we have VaCl2 plus Na2CrO4. And this is in the recording that I've already made. If you fast forward to 14 minutes, I actually walk you through how to redo these formulas so that they are correct, meaning that their charges are canceled, and you have all of the subscripts that are necessary. Okay, this is going to become an extra credit opportunity if you go to the length of doing that. All right, this is what's required. All right, you don't have to do more than 2. You may find that you need to, though, in order to find the pattern. Okay, and I'd also suggest when it comes to the pattern, have a periodic table handy, especially with the reactions from well 3. Okay, so those red, yellow, orange ones. You might need, the white ones are going to be really, really obvious, but the orange ones and the yellow ones might not be so obvious, okay? So if this doesn't help, then you need to come to Science Help and I can work with you some more. But I'm hoping this will fix the issue.